Hello.
Hello.
How's it going?
Okay.
Hey, we got a good turnout.
Yeah, where?
Right here.
The top three.
Up three. Okay.
Top
Good.
three.
All right.
It must feel nice to be considered top, Ralph.
I don't know. Well, you know what Paula calls me?
What?
Boss.
Boss.
Yeah, that's what she calls me.
Oh.
Yeah, in your dreams.
No,
Yeah.
that's what she calls me. Ask her. That's what her kids call me.
They call you Boss Hog?
Well, I've been called that before.
Bet you've been called other stuff too. I know I have.
Oh yeah, that's for sure. That's for sure. So, I guess the audio's good.
Yeah.
Picture's
So
good.
clear.
Picture's great, actually.
That's my new camera.
Oh, man. I
Oh,
can
wow.
see your wrinkles and everything.
Thank you. Yes.
And that one little black hair that hasn't turned gray yet.
Okay. Yeah. So we will see what happens here. I told Dave to send the invite to the Broward guys.
Are they nice, the Broward guys, or are they a tough group?
They're okay. They're okay. They, I went to their meeting last week. I guess
How was
last
it?
week. I went to their Zoom meeting just to see what they were doing. Dave and I, well, of course, Dave's a member up there.
Okay.
So I went ahead and went to the meeting and just to see what was going on. And the guy, I guess the president said, could you invite us to your next meeting so we see how you guys, what you all do. So
How are they doing? Are they running it well, or?
give me 1 second.
Okay.
Hey.
How are you doing, so all right?
Yeah, I can't complain. Finished work yesterday, so that's good. So summer started for me, and we'll see what happens next school year.
Yeah. I never stop. We're open 24/7. So
Yeah. How about you? Been
yeah,
doing
fine.
any turning?
Nothing's changed really for us. I mean, I will still go to work every day, and because we can't close down.
What do you do? I don't know what you do. I'm sorry.
I'm a clinical director of a drug and alcohol treatment program.
Oh, which one?
Better Way of Miami.
Oh, I used to work at the South Miami ATP with Marino and Ray. They used to do an adolescent drug treatment program there.
I know it well. I started with South Florida or South Miami, I don't know, 12 years ago or so.
Yeah.
I know the two of them very well. We still communicate.
Yeah, they're very, very good people.
Yeah.
I worked there I volunteered and worked there for maybe 2 or 3 years.
Wow. I'm surprised I didn't see you there.
This was around between 2000 and 2005. Around those days, those years.
Oh, okay. I didn't start till a little bit after that, I think.
There was a gentleman who used to run, that they tore down the adult houses.
Yeah, all the housing. Yeah.
They tore them down.
Yeah. Well, they were about to fall down. So.
Yeah, that's true. But there used to be a gentleman with a big white beard that used to work there.
Jack?
Having him around and supervising, but I can't remember his name for the life
Jack?
of me. Yeah, maybe he had a son. He had a son who was also.
Yeah, that's Jack.
Yeah.
Last I heard he retired and was living in like North Carolina or South Carolina.
Wow.
After they closed the place down.
Yeah, they closed it down. It's a shame. After Marino left there, Ray ran it for a few years, but it just didn't continue. It was a shame because it was a good program, but
it was great.
Yeah.
Well, he lied to him year after year after year what they were going to be able to let him do and expand. Finally, he had enough.
Yeah. Well, he was also banking it as doing the private practice.
Yeah.
I mean, he was, last I heard in 2000, he was making $300 an hour. There's no way the hospital can match that, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's interesting. So where's Featherway located?
It's north and east. It's up about a mile from the Jackson Hospital.
Oh, okay. All right.
It's on a side street. 28th. It's 28th Street
Oh,
and 4th
nice.
Avenue.
Oh.
Or
Oh,
8th
yeah,
Avenue,
that's
rather.
a
8th Avenue.
24/7 job. That doesn't stop no matter what.
No.
Yeah.
Hell, I got 76 clients living there. So,
Yeah.
we can't
You
shut
guys-
down. Where are they going to go?
Are you guys like a full treatment center and you do
Yeah.
inpatient only or inpatient outpatient?
Both.
Both. And then
Yeah,
you transition to halfway houses and quarter?
After residential, we try to get them into some living arrangements. Most of our clientele is homeless.
Okay.
Probably 75%.
That's interesting.
Yeah, it's a challenge getting them some kind of housing.
Yeah, it's not easy. But it's a tough job, but it definitely, when it works out, it's no greater feeling.
Oh, yeah, it's wonderful.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it when they come back and they're, still clean after a year, 2 years.
It's an accomplishment. Yeah. Huh. There you go. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Now I can go to sleep. I learned something new because God knows I wasn't going to learn anything at this meeting.
Hey, careful. Ralph is back. He'll hear you.
I'm back.
Hey,
Hello.
Hello.
Hey, Pat.
Hello.
Afternoon, whatever.
Holy cow.
Hi, everybody.
Hi.
Hi. Hey, Ralph.
Hey.
Don't forget that if you want me to be able to mute and unmute, I need to be co-hosted or hosted.
Yeah, how do we do that? I forgot already.
Well, I know how to host me, but I don't know how co-host. The best thing to do is you go to participants.
Yeah.
And when you go to the participants, you'll see my
Yeah.
my name.
Yeah.
And then you'll see it says more. Click on more, and then it should say make host. Maybe it says make co-host. I'm not sure.
Right here. Here we go. Make host. You're it.
Hello.
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 All right. You're in charge now.
Wow, your garage is very organized, Paula.
You see?
Yeah.
I was working right now with my t-shirt.
That's because she hasn't been turning that long. Once she gets turning for a while, it won't look so good.
Yeah. Let me ask you guys a question. I bought a wood turner's like smock because I was tired of my shirts getting destroyed. But that thing started to smell after one use. Do you guys recommend any good smocks that are not going to start smelling after one use?
Where
you
you did
shouldn't
it.
sweat so much when you turn.
I wish I could prevent myself from sweating, but I'm cursed.
But Saul, separate like a couple of t-shirts that you use every time the same is what I do.
Yeah.
And
No, I have
it
that.
gets
But the
super
thing is,
dirty and
the other thing that happens to me is I am a particularly hairy person and I get wood everywhere. And I put the smock up to my neck and I do everything.
yeah.
Well, you do like Ron Kent.
What does he do?
He wears a pair of shorts. That's it. Barefoot and short pants, and that's it. That's all he wears.
Wow. I don't think that'd be fair to the neighbors.
Well, he had a big place where he's well, actually he passed away a couple years ago, but he was out in Hawaii.
Oh, well.
So
I don't want to upset the husbands of the neighborhood, having me, fine young buck, turning out there.
I think your ego is getting in the way of your good sense.
I never. You guys, I'll be right back.
So what's up, Gary?
Ain't no thing but a chicken wing.
Okay, when are you leaving town?
Not till July.
Oh, okay.
You doing the demo tonight, brother?
Yeah, I am. I'm not going to go into any details. It was a last minute thing.
Yeah. Nuclear submarine propulsion system repair and design?
No, we're going to do things,
Okay.
scrap things,
That's okay.
making things out of scraps.
Okay.
Good.
We don't throw nothing out, especially if it's
That's right.
wood. We just can't. It just can't
Nope.
happen.
Nope. So a couple of little things I was thinking today, and when I found out I was doing this, I'm like, okay, let me come up with something quick and easy. So,
Are you doing it on your phone?
No,
You have it on a computer?
on a laptop, and I've got a remote camera.
Oh, okay.
So
No?
I'm not sure what. Oh, okay. I see what I'm seeing. Yeah, I'm in my shop.
Yeah, I didn't know if you was on a phone or I think I'm doing it for our club in a couple of weeks, and I haven't been able to get my laptop to download Zoom.
Really?
Yeah, I've got a Microsoft Surface, and I can't even find Zoom in the App Store. I guess I can try it, just looking for it otherwise.
Well, I don't think there's a couple of things you can, I mean, it's a free download, but to run a
I
meeting,
know. Hang on a minute. Maybe I'll find it.
Yeah, because if you're not in the laptop, it's worse to see everybody together. In
Right.
the phone, you cannot see everybody. It's kind of annoying.
You could also try just going to the Zoom website. There's a download page there.
I'm looking
Oh,
for
yeah.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, I didn't have any trouble at all on mine.
I'm trying it while we're talking. Maybe I got it here.
All right.
Oh, there are more people.
Sorry about that, guys. I had stepped away from the computer for a second. What are you doing, hot dog?
Yeah, that was Kay's birthday card to her nephew.
It's great.
Yeah, she just showed it to me. Oh, I see Gary got his haircut.
Yeah, I did.
Fu Manchu. Or Fu Manpew.
Hey,
Brian, looking good. Play us some tunes.
Yeah. Spin that dial.
There you go. All right, Mr. Chrysler. And Bob.
David.
Hello.
Hey.
Hello.
Hey, Dave.
Hey, Dave.
Hello, Dave.
Hola.
Hola.
Oh, let's see it. There's a lathe, I see.
Annie.
I see a lathe.
hello. How
Hi,
are you?
Danny.
Hi, how are you?
Good.
Everybody. Hi. Many people?
Yeah. But Danny, your hair's getting longer.
Oh, my hair? Yeah. Well, no visits to the hairdresser.
I got a question for you guys.
Testing 1, 2.
Shoot.
I've got 17 pages of bullshit on here
Whoa.
to download the Zoom meeting with all these people. Why can't I just find the Zoom website? Or can I use all these?
No, zoom.us. Go to Zoom.
Okay. Yeah, there's 68,000 other things trying. I'm figuring they're trying to.
And then
What
just
are you
join a
trying to
meeting.
do?
Up
Yeah,
in the
go
top right, it's join a meeting.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I'm on it on my phone. I'm just going to put it on my computer.
Oh,
I hate doing
got
it
it,
on
got
a
it.
phone.
A lot of times, if you just open the link to the Zoom meeting from the computer, and you don't have Zoom, it'll walk you through the process of downloading it.
All right. Looks like it's on the initializer supposedly.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah. The only problem with that, Saul, is that when Ralph sends it out, there's no link. So you got to copy it and paste it in your URL.
Oh, I was able to click it from the email.
But
No,
it's
actually,
it's not a
Yeah,
hyperlink.
it went right there.
you can add just the number of the meeting and the password. You don't need the link.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
copy and paste.
I just clicked on
Hey,
the link. I had
Dave
a working
Piper,
link.
Dave Piper, I don't want to scare you, but there's somebody behind you. Be careful. Down, 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 down.
Oh,
down.
it's a shadow.
In my shadow.
You come over here. Come over here.
Hey, you got to
Yeah,
stop the behind.
Dave, you should just switch.
Yeah, okay, Saul.
You can come see Mindy.
He wants you up front.
Is that better?
He wants you up front.
Stay with us.
You want me up front?
There
Hi,
you go.
Gay. Hi,
Hi.
Gay. How are you?
Fine, thank you.
Good.
Today's our
Mindy.
49th anniversary.
Oh,
my God.
congratulations.
That's what I think.
What up
Saul,
with that long?
Saul,
anniversary.
thank you. And Saul, that's probably older than you.
Me?
How long?
No,
I'll never reveal my age.
Ah,
you can see what you see here. When you see me, that's what everybody sees.
Hey, Kay,
yes,
so did your father think it wouldn't last?
he hasn't lasted.
No, their mom- Dad think it would last.
No.
Oh,
What their dad said.
sure. Yeah.
Yeah, they loved me. They loved me.
There's Jim.
They taught me how to fish. Now that you mention that, they taught me how to fish on their farm pond. Yep.
The only people,
Oh.
people are coming.
And there's Lance. We got a guest, Lance.
Oh, good.
It's pretty cool.
Hey, Lance.
Ask them if they want some.
Hello, all. Thanks for the invite.
Hello, Lance.
Oh, Lance.
Hey, Dave.
Yep.
Dave.
Which one?
Friendly. Those boxes behind Lance are just boxes of old newspapers. He wants it to look like he's doing a lot of important stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yep, that's it.
And Saul,
Harry,
good-
I didn't
good luck
even
with keeping
recognize
track.
Huh?
Oh, good heavens, it worked.
Hey, there he is.
Ralph is so quiet today.
What's that?
You are so quiet today. How are you?
Well, you know, I'm just
Don't
listening to
motivate
everybody talk. So,
He's still working on the demo.
yeah, I got it. I'll figure it out.
Hey,
How about time?
guys, don't give him a hard time about the demo. I screwed up, and Ralph had to do it in the last few minutes. So let's give Ralph a big hand.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
That's how he does all his demos, the last few minutes.
That's right. I just make them up as I go.
Have you written a musical score yet, Ralph?
What?
Demo. Have you written the musical score?
No. I can turn it up in the background though.
Okay.
So. So I guess we can give it a few more minutes, see how many more people show up, and then we'll get started with the official meeting.
How many do you have so far?
23.
No, I'm calling in from North Carolina.
Get rid of that.
Who's calling in from North Carolina?
Steve Cantor.
All right. Oh my gosh.
Oh, how beautiful.
It is gorgeous.
This is my backyard.
Oh my gosh, that's beautiful.
Wow.
Well, actually, that's my
Can
backyard.
you bring that tree back with you when you come back?
Yeah, actually,
Was that a creek back there?
was that a what?
A creek, a river, a dock?
No, it's a lake. It's a very, very
lake.
large lake. About.
Oh, okay.
Can you see it? It goes from all the way over there. This is North Carolina.
Wow.
And then
So,
that's
Ryan, stop choking
Georgia.
your chicken.
So it goes around. Yeah. Anyway, guys, while we're waiting, they've got great wood up here.
Oh my
And
God.
you see that? That's sycamore.
Oh wow.
And you know, maple I don't like, and walnut I don't like. I mean, mahogany down there I love, but this sycamore, when it sprouts, is incredible stuff. And I have enough for the whole summer.
All right.
I'll bring back some to you guys when I come back in the fall.
Yeah, I'm from the government and I'm here to help.
Yeah, sure, Gary.
Yeah. All right, Steve, I'll put that in the minutes to bring back wood for the Southwest Florida woodpecker.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That's right. And
Well,
underline, highlight it, Dave.
I brought up a bunch of mahogany for the group up here, and with Corona, nobody's meeting.
get it all to yourself.
Well,
they canceled the Rocky Mountain Wood Turners thing in late September. I was ready to go, and they've already canceled that.
Yeah. Well, now with all these,
Which meeting was that, Gary?
What's that?
What meeting was canceled?
The Rocky Mountain Wood Turning Symposium out in Denver, north of Denver. It's already been canceled.
Really?
That late, I thought everything could be back rocking and rolling.
Part of the problem is I think they have to deal with contracts and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, but I'm sure they had the contracts all signed and done long ago. But
Yeah, but it may have it in there that if they cancel, they got to cancel it within a certain period of time.
Oh.
Ah, the Golden Gate Bridge.
hey, Gary, what kind of wood is that just off your right shoulder?
a piece of Norfolk pine.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
It's salted, a wonderful tree that spalted wonderfully. Some, you know, like everything, some spalt better than others, come out better, and is great.
Yeah. Because
I
the
took
sycamore.
Vietnam and had them make it in a slave labor camp and send it back. It was cheap.
The sycamore looks very similar to that. Let me go downstairs and show you some.
Right.
Oh, hey, Dave. Where are you?
Sweden.
What?
It's a museum ship in Sweden behind me.
That's sycamore.
Are you in Sweden?
No. Was.
Anyway, did any of you participate with Stuart in the showing off of everybody's shop last month?
Stuart who?
Stuart, you know Stuart.
Steve, they
It's
don't
a different club.
Steve,
Yeah.
they don't know who Stuart is.
Sure they do. He's a wood turner, but
Not down here. Steve, the folks down here don't, a lot of them don't know Stuart.
Oh, okay. Well, anyway.
Steve, you're in the Miami club.
Hey, what do you mean the Miami?
This is the Miami club, not the Gold Coast.
Oh, well, how did I get a invitation to this?
Well, what happened is
You were kind enough to invite us.
yeah, we invited the folks from Broward to join if they like.
Oh, okay. Well, Stuart.
Yeah,
Well,
Did you notice you didn't recognize anybody?
Yeah, right.
I knew you and Gary and a couple others.
Yeah. Now your meeting is, I think it's on the
what is it, the 18th, Lance?
The 18th, yes.
Yeah, the 18th is the Gold Coast meeting, Steve.
Okay.
But you're
Because
welcome
I'm a
to
member
stay on.
of.
You're welcome to stay on, but you're really committed to bring us wood, so that's good.
Yeah.
Well, see, I'm also a member of the Woodworkers Guild.
Yep.
You know, and so I get them all confused. And
Yep.
Stuart's the
This isn't a
president of
woodworker
that.
meeting?
Yeah.
What's that?
This isn't a woodworkers meeting? I thought this was the woodworking guild.
Saul,
Somebody did put in South Florida Woodworking Guild, but then later in the invitation it said turning.
Yep. See, I'll give you a little history, Steve. It started off with South Florida's Wood Turning Club, and then the South Florida Woodworkers created a website and called it South Florida Woodworkers Club. So we can no longer use SFW, so we changed it to South Florida Wood Turning Guild. So that's where maybe the confusion is.
We've always been a guild.
Always been a guild.
Always,
Okay.
from the very first day.
Okay, then it was the initials for the website where the confusion was.
That was
Okay.
Yeah.
The Woodworkers got SFWG before we did for a website. So that's why we had to put the T in there.
Gotcha. Okay.
Right, because you guys are a lot older than websites are anyway, right?
Oh, yeah. We started in '88.
And have any of you ever turned Leland cypress?
I haven't.
You see? Yeah. Terrible wood. Cracks like crazy.
Yep, cypress. Yep.
Yeah. I even put these in a microwave.
Yeah, if you hold it a little bit away from the camera, it looks great. They can't tell it's cracked.
Well, this side, that side is not cracked at all. But there's so much of it up here on the side of the road, and you just make these huge candelabras, you know?
What kind of wood is that?
Cypress.
Leland cypress. You ever heard of it?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, we've got some cypress down here. I don't know if it's Leland cypress, but it's
We have bald cypress.
crashed.
We have bald cypress down here.
Yeah, but this stuff grows to about 70 feet here. This is what it looks like.
Does it grow in the swamp, in water?
No, it only grows in cold weather up here.
Okay, ours grows in a swamp, in the water.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I lived down there 6 months and up here 6 months. So, you know, I work over at Ron Purcell's just like everybody else does. Well, not you guys. Here's that sycamore. I know you don't have any sycamore down there. See how the bark is gray? It's great stuff to work with. But I don't want to interfere with, you know, your agenda. Go ahead.
Ralph?
Yeah.
You all right?
I think we can go ahead and get started.
All right.
So with the official meeting. So obviously we have guests. If y'all want to just go around and raise your hand and introduce yourselves.
Hi, I'm Lance Mirror. I live in Cooper City. Been a member of Gold Coast Woodturners close to 10 years now.
Welcome.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Welcome. Steve, go ahead.
I'm Steve Cantor, member of Gold Coast Woodturners for about 4 years now, and lived 6 months down there, 6 months up here, and I'm a CPA like Lance, a retired CPA. That's about it.
Welcome. Thanks for the plug.
Tony?
Hi, I'm Tony. Joe invited me to attend this meeting here, and I'm a member of Nothing with Wood, but I am really excited about getting involved with it. I just recently retired from the FBI after 22 years, and other than riding my motorcycle, I think this is really going to be a great passion that's going to come forward.
Welcome.
Welcome.
Welcome. Yeah, you have to attend one of our workshops in Homestead when we get back into it.
What kind of motorcycle?
I'm riding a road glide.
All right.
Yeah, and I've been over to Joe's twice now, and he's helped me with 2 projects already. First time I've ever done any woodwork. So I'm already out looking to buy a lathe and some tools.
It's a cheap hobby. Don't let anybody lie to you.
Yeah.
I already know you're lying to me.
The only free thing is the wood.
Hey, Tony.
Yeah.
Yes,
He's
Tony.
an FBI agent. And you're already lying to him?
Hey,
That's
Tony,
all right. All
one
the
word of
FBI
advice.
does is lie anyhow.
Yes.
The FBI never tells the truth.
No.
Yeah.
Hey, Gary, do you?
I try not to if I don't have to.
Hey, Tony,
Yes, sir.
before you buy any tools, make sure you don't buy a set. Just buy quality tools and what you need. Joe will lead you through that.
He's been doing a really good job with it. I'm really excited about it. I'm anxious to learn. And Joe can tell you, you know, he's been on top of all of this, and I call him all the time. And he's been very supportive and guided me in the right direction. And I'm looking forward to meeting all of you guys and getting involved with you guys. Learning.
So guys, इस वीडियो में मैं आपको बताऊंगा कि आप Zoom ऐप जो होता है,
All right.
इंस्टॉल कैसे कर सकते हो.
Well, Ralph, you want me to give my little spiel? So,
Yeah.
okay, guys. So, like last meeting, you know, the idea is I'll spotlight Ralph so that when you guys go to speaker view, that's all you see. I'm also going to do a mute all for everybody, but I will be constantly on the lookout if anybody has a question to unmute you guys. We just do the mute all so that we don't have any disturbances while Ralph is talking. You know that he has a tendency to speak in a low voice and we can't hear him very well. So it's just better we mute it and we can hear him better that way. But like I said, you can either directly contact me using the chat function or just, you know, do like the Muppets and wave your hands. And I'll see you guys and I'll unmute you so that you can speak, okay? Any questions?
Nope.
All right. Ralph, you ready to go?
I think we have one more guest, didn't we, Charles?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Charlie Felsen, belong to the Gold Coast Turners. I bounce back and forth from New York when I'm down there. And with the virus, I haven't been down there in a little while.
Well, welcome.
Yeah, welcome. Hopefully you'll get down here soon.
I'm looking forward to it. You bet. So, thank you.
All right, Ralph, I've spotlighted you.
Okay.
You ready to go?
Thanks. The only thing, I really have any new business, old business, because nothing's changed since the last meeting. You know, those of you that were here at the last meeting, you know, we just went over the events that were supposed to come up towards the end of the year. Hopefully they will. Other than that, I don't really have anything else to say. So I guess what I'll do is go ahead and get started with this little demonstration.
One second. I'm going to mute everybody now. Well, you're not muted yet, David, but you can ask your question.
Okay.
Just one
No,
thing,
not
Ralph, with David.
me.
Oh, sorry.
Anyway, AAW is going to have a virtual conference. I don't remember the dates and stuff, but check the email Ralph sent out. And they also have a new program called Voices, which if you haven't checked it out, has been really good. They have some of the best turners, and they talk about pricing. They talk about, you know, design. They talk about everything that you can imagine. And it's, if you haven't checked it out, it's worth checking out.
Thank you. All right, I'm going to mute everybody in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, now I can unmute Ralph. Ralph.
There. Now I'm unmuted. So this is just a little project using, this is just for Tiffany, for scraps of wood. Okay, little hunks that you have left over from when you're cutting up blanks and stuff. So a couple of years ago, just took a scrap piece of wood and ended up with this. And I did a couple of other ones. I never finished them. They were just playing around. So just, you know, throwing a hunk of wood on there and playing with it. So that's what I'm going to do this evening. So,
Lance, you have a question, but I think you've muted yourself. Oh, there we go.
There, I'm unmuted now, I think. Ralph, the straight edges on there, were they turned that way or cut that way?
no, these are just rough cut off the bandsaw or a chainsaw,
Cool.
depending on. So these flats, okay, are just, you know, I take a square rectangular block with, you know, just rough sawn edges, and I just throw it on the lathe. And what I've done here is
Right. Some of your hollow forms had, got it, I see it.
so what I've actually done is I've put it between centers without using any centers. So I just, you know, take the spindle. Now this isn't a spindle adapter to bring it down where I can use my smaller chucks, but in the hole here, so I just take the one corner of the wood and stick it in that hole and bring my tailstock up, and I've got the one-way live center, which I removed the center pin so that it's, you know, hollow, so I can just jam the other corner right in the hole there. So just bring that up and put a little bit of pressure on it where it's not slipping too much. And get your safety gear on, your dust mask and your eye protection. And I'm just going to take a small roughing gouge, spindle roughing gouge, and knock the corners off of the thing. See what that looks like. Okay, you can see the, I don't know if you can see that, starting to get round. And you see where those flats come from now. So we're going to keep going a little bit. I'm going to move my tool rest up a little closer. And here we go. I think we'll take that down just a little bit more. I'm running the lathe a little bit over 2,000 RPM. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a tenon on the one end so I can grab it by the chuck. Just going to use a parting tool to do that. A little more. I think I can grab that, maybe just a little more. I'm going to have to remove a lot of this on the bottom here so it'll fit in the chuck. Just saw that nub off the bottom. There we go. So now I'm going to put one of my small chucks on there. Okay. Get this out of the way. Pull that, even though this doesn't have the point in it, you always want to pull your live center out of your tailstock so that you're not jamming your elbow up onto it. I'm just going to take a 1/2 inch bowl gouge and hollow it out a little bit. I got my way a little more. Get that little nub out in the middle and the bottom. And then now what you can do is just, you could make this hole like to fit depending on the size of your wood, fit a candle, or you could drill a smaller hole, put some like dry flowers in, like a weed pot, pretty much anything you want. So now we'll do a little quick sanding. Slow it down a little bit. Usually on these, because they're not really, I don't know how to describe it. They're not like a masterpiece, finished piece or anything. They're just something to play with. And, you know, sometimes you throw this on the shelf, somebody will come up and want it. You don't have a lot of time in it. You know, they're willing to pay a few bucks for them. So I just take and put paste wax on them most of the time. You know, you could spray them with poly or lacquer, shellac, you know, anything you want. You know, mahogany like this, you could hit them with the ebonizing stuff, either the vinegar with iron or I know some of the guys are just using India ink, turn them black, and then what you can do is come back and on these rough areas, take a Dremel or a wire wheel and kind of accentuate the saw lines in there if you want. So now we got to turn it around and get the bottom off. Which we may have to switch to a different chuck. Let me see. Maybe not. Yep, we're gonna have to switch to a different chuck. I hope this one will grab it. Yeah, that'll work.
Does anybody have any questions for Ralph?
It's a hair off, but you get the idea. If I had left that center my center mark, then I would have been able to get it back up here centered just about perfect. So a little wobble, give it a little. Go and sand that up a little bit.
Ruff, what speed do you have to lay that?
Running about 1650 right now.
Thank you.
So that's pretty much it for that. You know, just so you have some kind of idea of making, I don't know, silly little things out of scrap pieces of wood. Now, if I had a little better planning, I don't know if this will sit. Yeah, it will sit sideways like that. It'll sit on that one corner instead. You can put it straight up, or you can, this corner here is big enough where it'll sit like that on an angle. If you can, yeah, you can see that, I guess. Some of these other ones, I don't know if that one will or not. Yeah, that one will too. You know, just like decorations. So now I've got one more project for scrap wood. So what I've done, since that was kind of quick, is I've taken just a offcut. Okay, you can see it's just all kinds of, this is the actual outside of the tree right here. And this is just cut out of a hunk, you know, the chainsaw and bandsaw and everything else. So what I did is I took a Forstner bit and I drilled a little hole right there in the bottom. And let me get this one off of there and go back to the small one. Knew that was going to happen. There we go. So just put that up on there and expand into that hole. And then we're just going to form a dish in here, and that'll be it. Check your clearance on when you're playing with a crazy piece like this. And you might want to start your speed off low because this thing's way out of balance with all this hanging off this side. So let's see where we go. Again, the bowl gouge. Well, I guess we'll make it a little bigger.
For the visiting turners, Ralph is very good at showing us through mistakes.
Yeah.
Design modification. It's not a mistake.
Yeah.
That's what he meant to do.
Yeah. A little slip of the gouge there. Actually, it just totally screwed the whole piece up by taking it too close to the edge. But maybe what we'll do is put a flat spot here. Little sandpaper. Turn your speed down when you're sanding. Be careful with your fingers. Don't do this at home. Safety warnings. I hope the safety police aren't watching.
It's very avant-garde brutalist.
There you go. Now you have art. Okay, this is true art. Okay, this isn't regular old everyday wood turning here. This is true art.
From an old fart.
Yeah, thank you. Okay, so there, that picture's kind of crappy. What's going on here? Too much glare, I guess, huh? That better?
Yeah.
Hey, just put a groove on that edge that you got too close to and make it a cigar holder.
There you go, right there.
Yep.
Yep. Take a little, carve that out. Put some finish on it, and I just leave all of this rough out here.
Yeah.
So now if you had a vacuum chuck, you could turn this thing around and get rid of the little mortise there and kind of, you know, do something on the bottom, you know, maybe turn it out to where it just sat on the four corners, you know, remove a good bit of that where it would sit up off the table a little bit. So
yeah,
that concludes this night's demonstration.
I have a quick question. Where did you get the chuck again?
These little chucks I got from Craft Supply. They were a kit as a chuck. Comes in a box with a chuck and 3 other sets of jaws and a little bitty, probably useless woodworm screw, but I haven't tried it yet.
What's it called?
What's that?
What is it called?
The chuck or the screw?
The chuck.
The chuck? I call it chuck.
Well,
I think it's a Patriot chuck.
You can call it Fred if you want. I don't care.
David, you're unmuted if you got it. You know what it's called, David?
It's, I think, the Apprentice series.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. They're, I got them from Craft Supply. They're the whole kit's $160, $70 now. So
yeah, PSI makes one too, but this one is PSI is cheaper, but this is worth spending the money for this one.
Yeah, I think this is a better quality.
$150.
Also, guys, just so you know it, everybody's got a demo in you, so you can volunteer to do a demo and get a $10 off from Craft Supply. We give out coupons. So it's a great way to get $10 and do a demo.
I just sent the link out for the mini chuck if anyone's interested.
Thank you, Saul.
No problem.
Saul.
Saul, sorry.
No.
Just don't call them late to dinner.
Tony.
Yes, sir.
That what David just said applies to you. If you want to do a presentation, you can do one.
Sure. I'll get there one day.
Anybody else have a question?
What kind of lathe is that? Is that a Paramatic?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
You can tell by the wonderful color.
Yeah, the dirt color. I keep it dirt colored.
It's 10% off right now if you guys are interested. Very small investment.
Yeah,
Okay.
they have a couple
By
times
the-
a year.
By the way, here's for all the CPAs and the financial advisors, you charge whatever your wife thinks is too much for the lathe, and the rest you pay for in cash.
To get points.
Well, I just don't tell them what I paid for. Well,
I'm flabbergasted because my wife does. I think she's doing that to me.
well, we're not going to go there.
Yeah, that's what happens when you bring them to the meeting.
Ralph, should we start
Deal
doing
with my
show
wife.
and
She
tell?
doesn't ask the cost of tools. I don't ask the cost of shoes.
Yeah, I don't understand why women need so many damn shoes, but
Yay, Paula.
Paula, Danny, you have something to say about the shoes?
No, no comments. No comments. No.
Smart
It's our
man.
secret. It's our secret. So the power.
Well, Ralph, you want me to start doing show and tell?
yeah, I think we should start that.
All right. Does anybody have anything they want to show and tell? David, go.
Okay, well, Ralph at the workshop did a challenge, and I thought that was really a neat thing. So I made a round bottom bowl, like, you know, to take Ralph's challenge. And I don't know if I can show you, but does it? Can
So
you see
can you
it?
take Ralph off the main?
Yes.
Yeah, take
I'm
Ralph
sorry
off.
about that. Thank you for the reminder.
Come on,
All
Saul.
right, he's off.
What?
No, there he is.
I had to take the spotlight off Ralph so people could see you better.
Oh, okay. Anyway, it rocks and rolls, and it's mango wood, and I've been using a new finish. It's called Armor Seal.
Oh.
It's a polyurethane type thing, but the neat part about it is you just basically paint it on with a foam brush or something like that, and 5 minutes later, 6 minutes later, you wipe it down and put on some nice coats on it. I think I've got 3 or 4 coats on it, and it really turned out nice finish.
Can you show your bowl up higher because you're off camera?
Nice.
It's a round bottom bowl because, you know, that's what Ralph challenges to do, and it does rock. Let me see if I can do the camera again. There you go.
Ooh. That's nice.
Yeah, I like it.
Did you use a faceplate or did you use a chuck?
I used a chuck and a vacuum chuck.
Oh.
All right. Okay. Anybody else? Okay, Ozzy. I think you might have to. There we go. Thanks.
I got it. Thank you. Yeah, I've been haven't been turning a lot because my lathe is having a little bit of a problem, but I've been casting resin. As you can tell, I've been making pen blanks and stopper blanks, and I made these 2 little things for, again, making stuff for my wife. They are, you see, they have like a little needle point. These are for decorating sugar cookies. She's like a sugar cookie artist.
Oh, wow.
And yeah, the resin is pretty wild. This is like an opalescent. This is all Alumilite resin, pressure cast. And just been playing with that, just trying to make stuff like hybrid blanks and doing little live streams on Instagram of casting resin. I'm not a pro. I just learned how to do it, but I'd like to share. Thank you.
Thank you. I'm interested in those cookies because I've seen how they design them. It's pretty crazy.
Yes, she's very good at that. Yeah, she has an Instagram. I could share it later.
Share it on the chat.
Okay, will do. Thank you.
What type of resin
your
did you
hand
use,
up.
Ozzy? What kind
Ask
of
a
resin?
question?
Yeah.
Can I ask a question? Is he using a pressure pot to cast those?
Yes. Yeah. I'm the type of resin, because I know the other David asked too. I'm using Alumilite Clear Slow. So that's like the 12 minute, like what they call mixing open time. and 4-hour cure, but it's less than 4 hours here in Miami because the resin's pretty hot. And yes, I'm pressure casting it with like a Harbor Freight pressure pot set to like 55 PSI. I followed one of them YouTube tutorials, you know, you can trust those. And and no, I'm very safe with it, and I have a safety valve that's aftermarket to make sure it doesn't blow me up. And yeah, and you got to work a little quick because of the temperature of the resin. If it's too hot to start with, it kicks off really quick. But it seems to work, and I haven't had any bad turnings. I've actually done a few nice ones that besides these little ones, I've done bottle openers, and I've done some handles, which I don't actually have, but they're for like I've given them away as gifts. They're like for barbecue tools, and the handles are hybrid handles. So yeah, it's pretty neat. It's easy to work with.
Great. Thank you.
Thank you.
Steve.
Yeah, I've got a, when I got up here, some guy gave me a huge piece of maple. So I turned it, and in our club up here, we had Lyle Jameson as a demonstrator.
Mm.
And do you guys know who Lyle Jameson is?
Oh, I know who he is.
Okay. Anyway, he says he doesn't use chucks at all. All he uses is faceplates. So I figured I'd try and put a faceplate on here, and I did. It turned out to be a little tough. I don't know if you can see this with the light. There you go.
That's good there.
There, that's the bottom. But this was a bear, because once you take it off the faceplate, you got to grind it down. And you can see it's maple, and I you know, did it very, very thin, but it warped anyway. I don't know if you guys can see the warping. Can you see it out of circle? I mean, I just made it a week ago. But it's beautiful wood. Maple is beautiful wood, and then I put the linseed oil on it and the shellac and denatured alcohol. That's it. That's the only thing that's on it. So that's my story. And then I turned this bowl, like I said, last year. So now I'm doing twice turning. Can you see how warped? Can you see how warped that is?
Yeah.
So maple is just terrible up here. I mean, they all use it because it's like mahogany is for us down there. But it's a whole different world up here.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right. The other, oh, yes.
When you're grinding, you said you grind the bottom? Hello?
Yeah, sorry, I was on mute. I had to grind it down a bit, and that, you know, because I tried to reverse chuck it, and I just had to keep rebuilding right here. That's what I used to reverse chuck it finally, because the grinding, you can't get the edges down. You know, you can get the bottom flat, but so I just reverse chucked it into this, you know, like this.
Right. Yeah. No. Yeah. Okay.
And then it kind of worked, and it took some of the warping out too. But you know, it's pretty, it's big, it's huge. It's like a big, big salad bowl, you know, to serving. Nice. So that's all I've done so far.
All right. Any more questions? Yes.
Yeah, I did one of the things for Ralph's challenge too.
Oh.
Pat, can you speak up? We couldn't hear any of that.
I'll try. Yeah, I did one of Ralph's round bottom bowls also. This is out of sea grape, and it was a lot of fun. And I just made a jam chuck to turn the little nub off the bottom when I got done.
Nice.
Looks really nice.
Steve, it's all yours.
Let's see here.
Ooh.
Is that another one?
Mahogany base that I did a little bit of sort of folk art in the middle of it, sort of Miami folk art, and then pierced it.
Very nice.
That's beautiful.
Yeah. Thank you. Did an ebony collar around it.
Ooh, nice. Okay, anybody else? Tiffany.
Yes. What the hell?
All right.
My bowl. So I made a round bottom bowl for the challenge. And I made it, what I needed to make was a mortar to go with my pestles. So at the last workshop that we had, the last show that we had at Fruit and Spice Park, I made these. This is the same wood. This is with a high friction polish and this is with no polish. So you can see the differences in I guess the darkness of the wood. This is Coco Bolo. This one is mahogany, and I love this inclusion, which is it was just like kind of a grainy sort of a wound in the wood, and we made it super thick to make it a mortar to go with the pestles. But you can see here this little dark spot, that's the inclusion on the other side here. So it goes all the way through. So this is pretty heavy stuff, but I think I'm gonna use this pestle to go with this mortar. So yay.
Any questions for her?
Yeah, any questions? Oh, I used just like the beeswax on that. And Ralph helped me to do the round bottom bowl.
Nice.
Any
All
questions
right,
on
anybody
that one?
else?
I have
Yes, hello.
Ooh.
Oh, wait, sorry. Yeah.
a magic wand. A Harry Potter magic wand, actually. I don't know what kind of wood it is, but I left the collar of it on there. So anyway, I like it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Hello.
Brian,
What the hell?
you gotta unmute yourself.
Okay.
Here we go.
Yeah, is a mahogany bowl with carved feathers, carved and burned, and this is burned in between. Now, so a couple hundred dots between each one, and then this is a purple heart ring, and so it's like a platter.
Wow.
Oh my God.
And it's finished with wax, with that to formula mineral oil, beeswax, and carnauba wax over the top of it. That's all.
Great. So, any questions for him?
Do you sell your bowls?
Yes.
So how much would that go for?
I don't know, maybe 100.
Oh,
120.
about 3.
Do I hear one?
I got 100, I got 120, I got 100, 150, 150, 160, anybody?
Probably end up being a gift for somebody.
Very nice.
So, thanks.
All right. Anybody, any more questions?
I've got one here, Saul. Hello.
Anybody else? Yeah, Dave Piper.
Days. I must have been on mute. Yeah, so I tried, this is my version of, this is the roundest I got a bottom. So it wasn't close to what Ralph had. This is Sapidia. I had this in there. The date on it was 2016. So I realized it was still turnable. And this is Liberon. And I got one more here. This is the other one of the meetings. I had a Norfolk. And what I did is I turned it, it's a vase. And what I turned it was cross grain. So that's why you see the knots. Let me turn it around so you see the knots going vertical instead of around like they usually do. This is about 9 inches tall. About, I don't know.
Beautiful.
6. What I'm going to do is epoxy the inside and it can be used as a vase.
Beautiful.
And it's Liberon.
I don't know anybody that's gone vertical.
Oh yeah,
That's cool.
Made a few like this. It's there's a
That's
guy
very cool.
in I think it's in Orlando that does this. The way he cuts them and the way he does it is just unbelievable. The work he comes up with. It's the idea is to get the pith and the spalting on one side and as many knots as you can going up and down. So this wasn't, the knots weren't in line like they should be, but I'm getting close.
Did you have to super glue the pith?
No, I didn't. Not at all. I did super glue them as I was doing it.
The knots?
Yeah, the knots around the knots. And it seemed to be okay. The pith, There wasn't much problem with the pith, but yeah, usually super glue it as I'm going through it so they don't break out. All right, thanks, Saul.
Thank you.
Oof.
Next. Paula. Oh,
I did my first bowl ever.
Ooh,
Nice.
beautiful. Mahogany.
Nice. Very nice.
It's not rounded in the bottom, but I'm very proud actually because it's my first bowl.
good job.
I did a
Good
bowl.
Good for you, girl.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, I'm
The
happy.
finish that you used,
Sorry?
the finish.
It's only the paste wax. I
Nice.
always do the same. Yes, very natural.
What type of wood is it, Paula?
This is a mahogany, but it's spalted a little bit.
Beautiful.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you for sharing. Anybody else?
I got some
Chess pieces.
chess pieces. Am I muted?
No, you're talking. We're hearing.
Yeah, I got a lady contacted me about making some duplicating a couple of chess pieces that her dog had a hold of. So there's the original, and there's my real close copy. Now I got
How tall are those?
about 3 inches.
How are you going to put the dog teeth in the new ones?
Pardon?
How are you going to put the dog teeth in the new ones?
I didn't hear that.
He said, how are you going to get the dog teeth marks in the new one?
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Don't say you're going to ask your wife to bite it. Don't say that.
Well, Lance will like this. We could give them to some of them people on Facebook. To chew on good mouth.
Ooh.
Okay. Ruff, you done?
I'm done.
All right. Anybody else? Gary. You're muted right now, Gary. So you got to unmute yourself so we can hear you. I'm trying, but I can't. There we go. Thanks.
No, again.
Oh, yeah. You got to do it again. We still can't hear you, Gary. There you go.
Yeah, I don't know if you can see on the screen. I can't, I'm still trying to figure this damn thing out on my computer. I made a whole bunch of them lately. And I'm sure like the rest of you, I've been, nothing else to do, so you just turn all day long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gary, have you ever gone vertical on the Norfolk?
Oh, Gary, you're muted again. I think you might have hit mute again. There we
No,
go.
no, I've never done the vertical one. I've just always done it the way they grow. But here's some with the epoxy, some without. And some of this Norfolk boy, it's just like every wood, I think. Sometimes they spalt great and sometimes they don't do so great. But I got one tree that every piece of it was beautiful. Sometimes you get lucky.
Yeah.
Tough. All right. Ron, you're holding something there. Hold on, we can't hear you. There we go.
Okay. This is I can't get back far enough, can I?
There
you go. There you go.
Is that back far enough?
Yeah, it's perfect.
Yeah, looks great.
That's just a candlestick made out of Norfolk with a friction polish finish.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Turned out pretty good. It's spalted nicely.
Very nice.
Okay.
Thank you. Anybody else have anything to share? Well, I made one of the, I didn't take the round bottom bowl. but I made a round bottom toy for my daughter that you can just kind of like have her push around and stuff like that. And it's just mahogany. I plan to drill some eyes in it to give it like a little bit of a face. And then I used, it's a satin paste wax compound I bought at OG Paint. And it's very natural, like, which kind of what I like. And then I did the bowl. I made a bowl, but I didn't make it flat bottom. I almost made it flat bottom, but yeah, just a mahogany bowl, same kind of satin wax finish. And I gotta say thank you to our fearless leader for providing the mahogany. So Ralph, thank you very much. Without him, I'd probably be better, but not as good of a turner. And I've hit unmute all. The only people muted are the people who've muted themselves. But Ralph, you got anything else or some last parting word?
No, I don't really have anything other than we plan on doing this on what would normally be our Saturday workshop in a couple of weeks. And I think somebody's going to put some more bottle stuff for that workshop meeting.
Hey, Saul, may I ask a question?
Yes.
I wanted to say one thing.
Hold on. I'm gonna hit mute all again because somebody's thing is making a lot of noise, and then I'll unmute you, Ozzy. Okay?
Okay.
All right, there you go.
Okay, so two things. If anybody wants any pen blanks made out of resin, I'll gladly give them to you. I'll send them out in the mail or whatever because I have more than I know what to do with. Also, does anybody, or I know again, this is like my third meeting, so I'm very new. I just bought some traditional turning tools. I only a few. I have a gouge, a small spindle gouge, a parting tool, and a scraper. But I need them sharpened, and I don't have a sharpening system. Is there any guidance I could get on that from anybody? I know social distancing and all, but just
where
a
do you
little
live?
help.
Where do you live, Ozzy?
I'm up by FIU. I'm like literally less than a mile away from the campus.
FIU North or no, I'm just kidding.
There is an FIU North. You're right.
Yeah.
No, but the bridge fell on.
Anybody out there with a sharpening system?
Well, Ozzy, I'm close to you, Ozzy. If you want to swing by, I can. At least I can't mess you up too bad if you haven't sharpened anything.
Well, I've used them straight off of like from the package. So the only thing they've done is I've honed them a little bit, but I could tell, especially the gouge is getting a little rough. I have carbide tools, so I could still keep turning. I just wanted some help with that. But yeah, then I guess I'll send you a text message or something, Dave.
Yep, you got my number.
All
yeah,
right.
I'm down here in the hammocks. That's not too far from you.
No, that's fine. I don't mind traveling a little bit. I appreciate it. Thank you.
I'm also very willing. I'm down in Pinecrest. I got taught by Ralph, and I have a basic system. I can help you out a little bit.
There you go. Stowell's got it.
I mean, I'm not as close as David, but I'm here.
Okay, perfect. And if anybody wants a pen blank, just I know Tiffany just said that she wants one. I don't know how I could share a picture and you guys could just pick the colors you want. We could do that after. It doesn't have to be now.
You could always send pictures to Ralph. And
to Ralph,
can send it out to the group.
Okay, I'll do that. I'll do that after the meeting. Thank you very much for letting me speak.
Oh, thank you for sharing, man. Anybody else have something they'd like to say about wood turning?
Oh, you mean we can't do politics tonight?
I do have one last thing here, Saul. Hello, Saul.
Yeah.
Hey, I got a call from the wood carvers today. I mean, the wood carvers, they were involved in some of our events before you joined and Danny and Paula joined. And they're moving out of the school that they're in, but they're still maintaining their wood carving club. Well, I'm going to stop by next week. They got a bunch of books they just want to give away. So if anybody is interested in wood carving, I'm going to stop by and get books. They're going to keep the tools that they have. They may have some rough blanks too. But a lot of you know the members right now, if you remember Carol Moppet, she's now the president of the Wood Carvers, and Marianne's still very active. Those are the two that used to be Turners that everyone's familiar with. But they've got books available, so if anybody's interested, text me and I'll get the books to you. So next Wednesday, I'm going to
Where is
stop by.
that club?
It's.
Do you know where the club is moving?
They're moving to the what is it? The Elks Lodge on US 1. It's South Miami.
Oh, behind the Taco Bell.
I'm not familiar with it, but it's South Miami. Yeah, it's south.
Yeah.
It's off of US 1.
Yeah,
So
yeah, it's behind the Taco Bell.
Yeah, once it's available, they're going to meet there.
Yeah, I know exactly where that lodge
Yeah,
is.
so that's a little
David.
ways for you, Lance, but it's down here.
Dave, Ed,
Yeah.
Ed Marino might be interested in some of those book carving books.
That's true. Ed, yep, I'll make sure he gets, send him an email. Yep.
David Freundlich, do you still have all those books?
I have some of them, yes. Yes. Still available.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I wish I was down there because I became a wood carver also. You guys see the bear?
Ooh.
So I started carving faces. Can you guys see that face in the tree?
Yep.
Oh,
See the
yeah.
tree. You can't see the forest from the trees.
Well, it got fungusy and all that black stuff, but I'm bleaching
Yeah, we can see it.
all that off. But I started doing faces from the bears, and it came out pretty good. It's my first big one.
Wow.
So, you know, retirement, do something, right?
Yeah. Hey, Steve,
Any secrets?
How'd you get that on the lathe?
Now?
Of course, Lance, on the lathe. Yeah, sure. That weighed 400 pounds when I started. Gary, do you see this?
Yeah, cool.
Isn't that something?
Yeah, that's a carved duck, right?
That's right. Yeah. You know,
Okay.
as a carver, my instructor, she would always insult you.
Is that a turtle bowling?
Internal bowling?
A turtle bowling.
Well, my instructor, she would always insult these guys. You'd bring it up to her, and they'd say, how do you like this? And she said, what is it? Like what you're doing to me. You're such a nice guy, Gary. But this is the front of my house.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Anyway, things are different in North Carolina.
All
That's
right,
it.
anybody else? Ralph?
I'm here. I guess if nobody's got anything else, I guess.
Ralph, I sent you and Dave a treasurer's report. We got around $4,000 in there, just like normal.
Okay. Very good.
Thanks, Ralph.
I'll get with you later, Gary. I need to get me a couple of checks before you leave town,
Oh yeah, okay.
just in case.
Yeah, oh yeah. And hey, Ralph, are we going to get a check back from the seafood festival since they didn't have it?
No, because it's scheduled for October the 18th.
Oh, okay. All right.
So I guess they're just hanging on to the money. You know,
Yeah.
they've announced that it's scheduled for the 18th. Whether it really happens, who knows?
Yeah.
You know, I don't know. You know, we've got all these events, you know, that we missed a couple. And then we have the normal ones that were coming up at the end of the year. So we'll just have to play it by ear.
Okay.
See if they're actually going to have these events. And, you know, hopefully they'll have them and people will be spending some money.
Yeah.
So I have a question.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, I think it's Ralph that I'm going to have to get in touch with, or correct me if I'm wrong, to look into the necessary documentation to join.
Go to membership app?
Yes.
Ralph, what is it to join?
I I think I may have some paperwork here at the house, or I could email him. I could email him the form, and he can email it to Gary and Dave and send a check to Gary. Okay.
Ralph, if you got the file, otherwise I have a file, I can email it to him.
Okay. I think I may have one of the actual hard copies. I
Okay,
think I have some left.
If I can get an email, I prefer electronic. It's a lot easier for me.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to give you my email address. Anybody?
Just
Go ahead.
An email.
Okay, it's T as in Tango, A as in Alpha, G as in Golf, R as in Romeo, A as in Alpha, I as in India, T as in Tango. That's TIAGreat@me.com.
I like that.
That's TAGRAIT@me.com.
Yes, sir. Okay, once I fill that out, I guess I'll have a return address, and I guess I have to know what the fees are and whatever. I'll follow up with Joe. Joe has
Everything's
been
on the form. Everything's on the
okay.
form.
All right.
There's even a line on there for you to take it down and have your FBI background check and just a few other minor things.
Yeah, well, I guess I'll send it to you for the background check.
Hold on. Okay. All right. Okay, Ralph.
Where is that?
I don't know where that's coming from.
I don't know where it's coming from either.
Everybody again. Okay. I'm
No,
sorry.
no,
Are you cleaning your shop?
All right. Everybody's muted. Ralph, you got to unmute yourself. There we go. You're unmuted now.
Yeah. So I don't know where all that was coming from, but so I guess if anybody else doesn't have anything to say, I guess we're done till the next time. So the workshop will be on the 20th on Saturday, 9 a.m. Somebody told me they were going to do bottle stoppers. Somebody, are you there? Somebody?
Yes, Ralph. I will do.
Okay. All right. Anybody got anything else to say?
Yes, thank you for the invite. I enjoyed the meeting.
Thank you for coming. Thank you all for coming, everybody.
Thank you, Ralph. It was great.
Well, thanks.
Okay.
Thank you. Bye, everyone.
Bye, everyone.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, everyone.
Be safe.
Nice meeting everybody.
See y'all.
Ralph, you're going to be all right?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay.
Maybe I'll go turn some more, or I don't know. Maybe I'll go in and watch the Idiot Box for a while. See what kind of trouble I can cause on Facebook tonight.
All right. Well, I'm gonna end it now, which will end it for everybody. Okay.
So how much longer are you working?
No, I'm done. I finished yesterday.
Okay.
Yeah. So you might get somebody bothering you soon.
No problem.
if it stops raining.
Yeah, exactly.
Miami summers. All right. Well, I'm gonna shut this off, and we'll talk soon. All right.
All right. See you all next time.
Have a good one.
Thanks for everybody for coming.